Discipline tastes better than sugar for me now. I'm super dialed in right now and it feels so good. Discipline feels better than compromise. Discipline is reminding yourself daily, and in my case, hourly, in some cases, minute by minute, what you want long term. It's sacrificing short term pleasure for long term gain. Discipline is serving future you. Welcome to the EQ Gangster podcast, where you will learn practical tools to grow your mental and emotional health and intelligence to be the best version of yourself, both at work and at home. It is real, raw, and transformational. The journey of emotional growth isn't easy, but it's worth it. I believe in you. This episode is sponsored by Arrowhead Leadership Consulting. What are your organization's biggest pain points right now? Low EQ leaders, weak managers, toxic culture, high turnover, low engagement, leader development, lagging behind company growth, no company career path. Let us know if your organization needs leadership coaching, workshops, training, or keynotes. Visit arrowhead-leadership.com for more details, arrowhead-leadership.com. What is going on, EQ gangsters? So this episode is going to be about the importance of morning routines. And I'm going to tell you what my morning routine is and what it has been now for a hot minute. So I am grateful for Zevia. I'm grateful for gallon water jugs. I'm grateful for external hard drives. I'm grateful for books. I'm grateful for the ability to read. I'm grateful for God's word. I'm grateful for prayer. I'm grateful for praise and worship. I'm grateful for Joe Rogan. I'm grateful for leadership. I'm grateful for grace and mercy and forgiveness and patience and healing and true homies. And I'm grateful for support. I'm grateful for love. I'm grateful for Luke chapter 15. I am grateful for Galatians 5 and Romans 8. I am grateful for the body of Christ. I'm grateful for beards. I'm grateful for gyms to work out in. I'm grateful for 4 seasons. I'm grateful for snow. I'm grateful for baby giggles. I'm grateful for jujitsu. Okay, morning routines are life-changing. And I would say the more you want to do with your life, the more dialed in your morning routine needs to be. Or let me say it this way. And there's a bunch of studies on this stuff. In fact, one of the recent episodes with Laurel McKenzie, she is an elite, a tactical elite athlete coach, behavior and performance coach / psychologist for elite tactical athletes. And this is one of the things that she said they talk about a lot with them is the importance of morning routines and evening routines. But this episode is about morning routines. So I've got my notes back here. So if you see me looking off to the side for my YouTube homies, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking at my notes. So here is my actual morning routine. And I do my best to absolutely keep this as close as possible to when I travel. And I've got this first quarter, I've got a lot of traveling going on. So no matter where I'm at, my goal, emphasis, focus is to make sure, regardless of how the rest of the day goes, that I knock out my morning routine.
which involves and or requires me to get to bed at a decent enough time so I can have the amount of sleep so I can do the morning routine effectively and consistently. But if I don't go to bed enough time and I don't get enough sleep, then it throws off everything. So the minor detail is getting to bed on time so I get hopefully 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Okay, so wake up, I read the verse of the day. As soon as I wake up, I bust out my phone and bust out the verse of the day on my Bible app. Then I'll pray, go to the bathroom, drink 1 quart of water right off the jump, right off the rip. Then I take a hot and cold shower. It's so, man, enlivening, so energizing taking a cold shower. Because when I'm traveling, I don't have my cold plunge. And so, fortunately, some hotels have great cold showers. Some don't. Some cold showers in hotels are like lukewarm. But fortunately, many have a real nice cold shower. Then I'll read like a chapter or chapters of the Bible multiple times. And I said the ones I've been in recently: Romans 8, Galatians 5, and Luke 15. I've been reading those over and over and over again. And then sometimes I'll just do Galatians a few times, or I'll do Ephesians a few times, or I'll do Philippians a few times, or First Timothy, whatever. Depends on just whatever, First or Second Peter. Depends on whatever book I'm in at the time. Then I'll do some journaling. Then I'll go to the gym, and I do cardio every day. So and my cardio is just a 30-minute walk. If I have access to a row machine, I've started to incorporate row machine. 10 minutes is all I've gotten up to so far, because row machines are no joke. So, and then I'll either do upper body or lower body workout. And then I'll also make sure I get, a day or two off from lifting, but not cardio. Cardio is every day. And that's just literally a walk, 30-minute walk, and then plus a 10-minute row machine if there's one there. Then I'll do breakfast, which consists of a truckload of eggs and protein. And here's something I want you to do is eat super clean one day, and even for one breakfast, and just see how you feel throughout the day. And then another day for breakfast, eat regular, right? Eat, pancakes and syrup and waffles and whatever you normally eat, and just see if you can tell a difference in how you feel. Now, you may need a few days of eating clean to really feel what the difference is, but it is mind-boggling to me when I eat clean versus when I eat crappy. And it's and here's the crazy thing is, when I eat crappy, that is like I'm used to it. So that's like my default normal, except thank God the last probably 2 or 3 weeks I've been razor clean. And man, I can tell such a difference. Oh my goodness. Now I have zero desire to eat crappy for breakfast. Well, for any meal now at this point, because I've been dialing in my eating. So I have zero desire to go back to how I've lived for most of my life, especially now that I'm really making leaps and bounds with my food addiction and sugar addiction recoveries. So right now it's been really dialed in, and I'm very grateful. But pay attention to how you feel when you eat certain ways. Pay attention. Food is chemicals. It's nutrition or toxic, and pay attention to how your body responds. Do you get inflammation? Do you get swole in a couple areas? Not muscle swole, but like inflammation swole. Um, how's your thinking? How's your clarity of thought? Affects how your brain works too. All this stuff. I've got a friend who's like, it's about time. She has been preaching this word to me for a long, long time. Okay, so that's a clean breakfast. Okay, next is vitamins. I'll take my vitamins. I've got a bunch of vitamins I take. Then I drink a half a gallon to a gallon of water every day. And I've probably been doing that for, man, I'm probably a couple months now, I think. I just, for those of you on YouTube, it's literally just a gallon water jug. I fill it up every morning and I drink that sucker. I try to drink 3/4 of it by lunch because otherwise now I'm using the bathroom all night and I don't want to stay up all night. So I try to get my gallon done no later than 6 p.m. at the absolute latest. But I'm trying to get it done. If I can get it done by noon or between 12 and 2 is my sweet spot. So my water, then a chapter, at least a chapter in a book, spiritual book, emotional book, business book. And then I do my coaching and business development each day. So the coaching and business development is through the day. The rest of that stuff is all my morning routine. And I tell you what that does. Let me tell you how it makes me feel. So I wrote that down too. Energized, empowered, strong, powerful. I feel it gives me clarity, focus, strength, confidence, crisp, determined, peace, stillness, stability, predictability, hopeful, mindful, present. Who doesn't want to feel that way? Who doesn't want to start their workday feeling that way? When I didn't have my morning routine dialed in, when I was eating crappy and not drinking water, oh man, I'd get the mental fog. I just emotionally, I wasn't like, didn't feel very stable or whatever. And now this morning routine, I've been killing the morning routine, y'all. My wife's been doing it for, I mean, she's a machine. 4 years, 5 years. I mean, probably before that. She's probably been doing it for 20 some years so that was another one of my points is some of you, discipline is easier and comes more naturally to you than other people. Discipline is actually a strength of some people. StrengthsFinder 2.0, that's one of the strengths. Some of us did not pop out of the womb. In fact, I've been consistently inconsistent for much of my life. But that does not mean, and it's not an excuse for those of us where discipline is not necessarily a strength, that we can't be disciplined. That is not accurate. All of us can be disciplined. I mean, you think about it. Here's another great exercise. List all the things that you're consistent at. And I could even say, for me, it was eating unhealthy. You want to talk about discipline? I was crazy disciplined at eating unhealthy every single meal. I was crazy disciplined at eating junk food. I was crazy disciplined at not working out. I was crazy disciplined at not drinking a gallon of water every day. So I was disciplined. It just looked differently. My discipline was leading me down a very different path than my current discipline is leading me. So some thoughts here. Discipline tastes better than sugar for me now. I'm super dialed in right now and it feels so good. Discipline feels better than compromise. Discipline is reminding yourself daily, and in my case, hourly, in some cases, minute by minute, what you want long term. It's sacrificing short term pleasure for long term gain. Discipline is serving future you. Now, the cool thing is, discipline also is serving present you, but it's even more so serving future you. Another thought. Discipline, let's see. I'm okay. For me, I'm not even necessarily pursuing results. I'm pursuing discipline. So discipline and consistency are the results that I'm pursuing. I just have all these different ways that I'm pursuing those results. But my end state, my goal is discipline and consistency for me. Now, I'm not saying, you got to do that. I'm just telling you where my head's at right now. Now, do I want to lose body fat and increase muscle mass? And yes, sure, absolutely. But I know those goals will never happen if I do not embrace discipline and consistency as the results that I'm pursuing. Discipline and consistency increases the likelihood and success of me being able to achieve goals and results, other results that I want in my life. Okay. If I can lock in my discipline and consistency, the results will come. Discipline bleeds into other areas of your life. Some of you have discipline as an innate strength. Some of us don't. It is a constant hourly battle. But again, you can grow it. Right now, I am not. I've been more disciplined before, but I am on the. If I keep being consistent with my discipline, I will catch up to some of the other times in my life, probably 2 other times in my life, where I was a machine discipline. So I've just got to keep logging some more time, logging some more months of me staying hardcore disciplined and focused. Here's another fascinating thing. So when I did the interview with Bob O'Brien, Colonel, retired West Point grad Bob O'Brien, who's in charge of the Army's Commander's Assessment Program, he said there were 3 traits that made a awesome commander for volatile, uncertain, chaotic, ambiguous environments. And those 3 traits were discipline, organization, and self-awareness. Discipline, organization, and self-awareness. And obviously self-awareness, right, is EQ. Okay, so here's my 2 cents. Start with one thing. If you have no morning routine right now, or your morning routine is kind of weak sauce, start with one thing, one area that you can, okay, this one I'm committing to. I am committing to this one. Put it up on the fridge. On a Post-it note, 2x5 card. I will walk 10 minutes a day for 5 days the next week, or 3 days the next week. Set a baby goal, baby steps. Set a goal that is achievable and SMART, if you've heard of SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. But make it a baby goal. Don't say, okay, I've not worked out in 5 years, so I'm going to do a marathon tomorrow. You're setting yourself up for failure. Baby steps. And here's what I recommend is set one baby area that you can be disciplined in, or maybe it's I'm going to drink a quart of water a day, and start again, baby step, 1 quart of water. And don't look for 100% success either. Look for, in other words, what I'm saying is don't do it for 7 days out of the week. I got to do it every single day. No, do it 4 days of the week. Like, set that first area you want to be consistent and disciplined in, low bar. Why? Because when you hit it, if and when you hit it, that's going to increase that dopamine. It's going to increase that satisfaction. Oh crap! Okay, I can keep doing this. But if you set this monster goal, I haven't lifted in 5 years, but I'm going to bench press 500 pounds tomorrow, and then you don't do it. This doesn't work, and screw this. So start with one thing in your morning routine. Do it successfully and consistently for at least 7 to 10 days, and again, over the course of 2 weeks, 7 to 10 days over 2 weeks. So give yourself some grace in there. So it's not, you don't have to be 100% perfect. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for progress. Then when you do it consistently, 7 to 10 days out of 2 weeks, then add one more thing. And then do both of those things consistently for another 7 to 10 days for the next 2 weeks, over the course of the next 2 weeks. And let the success and discipline naturally bleed into other areas as your discipline muscle grows. Because I'm it's like now I'm like, oh, sweet. And it's almost like a magnet. Like, Okay, well, what else can I be disciplined in? What else can I be disciplined in? What else can I be disciplined in? Because I am so jamming right now. I'm so focused. And it's like, oh, awesome. Okay, I want to add this. I want to add this. Not to overwhelm, but, and again, I'm still doing it baby steps. So if I add something, I'm just to do a little baby step of that new one until I show some consistency. Because my tendency was back in the old days is, okay, I'm going to do 25 things in my morning routine. And I didn't do any of them. Pick one at a time, one at a time. Okay. You can put anything, you can put anything into your discipline funnel and it will grow, it will improve, it will change, it will transform spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, and socially. So what area do you want to be disciplined in? There's a great verse, Hebrews 12:11. Hebrews 12:11. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. Hebrews 12:11. No discipline seems pleasant at the time. It's almost like a cold shower. It's uncomfortable, feels uncomfortable. But later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace. Now, I look forward, my body, my mind, I look forward to cold showers now. I look forward to cold plunges now. I look forward to lifting now. I look forward to doing my walk every morning. I look forward to reading my Bible every day and reading books and learning and growing. But not initially. Initially, like, oh, crap, I got to. So anyway, Hebrews 12:11. If you feel like this would encourage somebody, please share it with a friend, a colleague, a coworker, a family member. And I'd love to hear from you. Just drop me a review. Would love to hear from you. What episode, what point really resonated with you? Thank you for being on this journey with me and letting me be on this journey with you. Emotionally healthy people help heal other people emotionally.